afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4. The sun came out this afternoon.
Oh, wasn't it nice? Makes such a difference.
My daylilies have started to come out of the ground.
That's good news. They're about to get a drink, too.
We're getting there.
Yeah, we are getting
Slowly
there.
but surely. We'll get to the weather in just a minute. But first, topping the news today, the first court appearance for Damone coming following a targeted shooting outside the Dane County Jail last week.
Today is Election Day. Our political reporter Will Keneally is downtown to tell us how smoothly the day has been running so far. And the war in Ukraine drags on as Russia is still unable to make headway into the country. Let's take a look outside. Good day for a walk. Oh, tonight that's a beautiful path. I've been on my bicycle on that path.
Where is it?
DeForest.
Oh, really?
Very nice.
Rinse and repeat are the weather words. Julian's in the backyard. A wet patch coming up.
That's right. A wet patch is coming up for us, but one thing we're dealing with right now is dry conditions. Still some break in our sky cover with a little bit of sunshine, but for the most part, we're still being blanketed as we head into the rest of our evening. Now, as we take a look at what we're seeing throughout the rest of today, our high is around 51 degrees, just a degree off from being normal. Seasonably, we're into the lower 50s around this time of year, so still holding on to cool conditions for our first week of April. But as we go in throughout, we can see the temperatures as of right now, 52 degrees in Janesville with 51 in Platteville, and plenty of us into those lower 50s and middle into upper 40s. So still some cool conditions as we get into the rest of our evening. Wind speeds, however, on the breezy end from that southeasterly, which is what brought us much of that seasonably warm temperature for us as we go in throughout the rest of this evening. Now, as we take a look at what we're seeing in terms of that cloud cover, we can see that small little breaks that have been flowing over the past few hours for us, but we're still going to be blanketed throughout tonight. And of course, the rain is on its way as well. We can even see it starting to try to enter its way into western southern Wisconsin as of right now. And we're going to continue to track that throughout the rest of this evening because we'll start to see more of those showers and even potentially some thunderstorms coming into the later part of tonight. But until then, just know that this evening commute is not going to be too bad for us here in Madison. Now, as we take a look over towards our traffic as of right now, just a quick little update. Well, we are starting to see still plenty of green conditions around the Beltline, even though some slow spots over into Fish Hatchery. As we take a quicker look over into the interstate as of right now, all green as we're getting our evening rolling for us. And as we take a quick look at what we're expecting in terms of our point A to point B, well, normal times for our traffic commutes. But just a reminder, we are continuing our severe weather coverage tonight at 6, where Gary Canolti will give you more information on what you should do when severe weather is imminent into your area. We'll have that again tonight at 6. But until then, we're going to give it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Julian, thank you. Nearly a week after a deadly shooting in downtown Madison, 2 suspects are now officially facing charges.
20-year-old Damone Cummins made his first court appearance today. He and 25-year-old Amond Galtney are accused of killing 32-year-old Dwayne Collins Jr.
Our Brady Mallory joins us with a look at newly filed court papers that outline what investigators say happened. Brady?
Well, court papers are giving us a better idea of what happened thanks to cameras at the city-county building and the Dane County Jail showing the shooting and then the moments after. It appears someone shot Collins multiple times as he was leaving the jail. Court papers claim Cummins was the shooter. One of the shots hit Collins in the throat and went through his neck. Collins' mother was waiting in her car to pick up her son and saw the shooting. Cummins allegedly got back into an SUV driven by Galtney, and the pair drove away. Today in court, Deputy District Attorney William Brown requested a $1 million bond for Cummins.
While out on bond in the state of Illinois, he decided to execute someone in front of our police station, which I think shows someone who doesn't care at all about bail.
A court official ultimately set Cummins' bond at $1 million. Police have called this shooting premeditated and say the suspects targeted Collins. Cummins faces multiple charges, including first-degree intentional homicide. Galtney's charges include first-degree intentional homicide as a party to a crime.
Brady, thank you. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky addressed the UN Security Council for the first time since the Russian invasion of his country.
He said the atrocities in Bucha are just the latest examples of Russian crimes against civilians, and he's calling on the international community to do something about it.
Skylar Henry reports from Capitol Hill.
Russia wants to turn Ukraine into silent slaves.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky delivered a powerful address to the UN Security Council, accusing Russia of war crimes in Ukraine.
They killed entire families, adults and children, and they tried to burn the bodies.
Satellite images show bodies lying in the streets of Bucha long before Russian forces left the town.
The world has yet to see what they have done in other occupied cities and regions of our country.
The horrifying death toll there has triggered international outrage.
These crimes betray the trust of every Russian mother who proudly waves goodbye to her son as he heads off to join the military.
The U.S. says it's joining Ukraine in seeking Russia's suspension from the UN's Human Rights Council.
Given the growing mountain of evidence, Russia should not have a position of authority in a body whose very purpose is to promote respect for human rights.
U.S. leaders say they're also coordinating with allies to implement another round of economic sanctions this week in hopes of further isolating Moscow.
We stand in solidarity with the people of Ukraine and all other people affected by the war of Russian aggression. We stand in support of Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity.
The new sanctions, expected to be announced Wednesday, will reportedly include a ban on all new investment in Russia and sanctions on Russian government officials and their family members. NATO and G7 leaders are set to meet Wednesday and Thursday to discuss the delivery of advanced weapons to Ukraine. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Well, as foreign outrage mounted over evidence of possible executions and other atrocities by Russian forces in Ukraine, world-renowned ballet dancers from the two countries at war danced together in a performance in Naples to appeal for peace. A Ukrainian ballerina who fled the war in her homeland and a Russian ballerina who quit a Russian ballet over the Russian invasion danced in the San Carlo Theater in Naples during a sold-out benefit performance last night to raise funds for the Red Cross and champion the cause of peace in Ukraine. Before rehearsals, one of the Ukrainian dancers spoke about the recent findings in the city of Bucha.
I live in Bucha 5 years. It's my city. I know this city. I walk in this street. This photo, what I see, I know this place. I know what is this.
How do you feel?
It's horrible. I can't think about this. It's really. It's like not in this world. It can't be true, but I know it's true in this, and we never forgive this.
Among the 26 international dancers who performed last night, 5 were Russian and 9 were Ukrainians. Well, few masks, short lines, and few contested races, all signs of return to normalcy for Wisconsin's often low turnout spring election.
It is election day today, and voters in Madison are choosing school board members and some Dane County board supervisors. Will Keneally is live downtown. Hi, Will. How's the turnout been so far this afternoon?
Well, it's been low and slow so far. Madison posts kind of 11 a.m. turnout numbers. Today, it was a little bit more than 7% turnout of registered voters. If you compare that to last year, that's a little bit more than 12%. We spoke with the Madison city clerk. She says part of that could be, well, last year was still essentially a pandemic election, right? So a lot of people were voting absentee. Absentee ballots can be opened up essentially by the poll workers at their leisure and then fed through the voting machines. So, you know, that's a little bit different. That can happen earlier in the day than people voting after work in person. The other big thing to note is we're in a 10-year redistricting cycle, so all the ward lines are redrawn in the city of Madison. So please, before you head out, if you're voting after work, check your polling location. It may have changed. And especially now, for this election, the city can't use any school buildings. That may change in the fall, but for right now, definitely go to myvote.wi.gov to check your polling place, check what's on your ballot. If you can't access the internet, please go ahead and call your municipal clerk. They'll be able to direct you where to go. Reporting from Madison, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
All right, well, thank you. After the polls close, we will post results of more than 150 local races at Channel 3000 and have the top ones at the bottom of the screen during CBS programming this evening.
The 49th Annual Skills USA Wisconsin State Leadership and Skills Conference kicked off today in Madison. Nearly 2,000 middle and high school students compete at this conference in a wide array of skill sets, including architectural drafting, cabinet making, robotics, and automation and web design.
We've got industry here with booths to talk to all the prospective students, the hundreds, thousands of people who will be here, about careers in the industry. And they also have been working on this for really the last year.
The conference is going to end tomorrow with a closing awards ceremony at the Alliant Energy Center at 6:30. Tickets are $10.
SSM Health St. Clair Hospital in Baraboo is donating $50,000 to the Baraboo Homeless Shelter. The shelter has been open for about 15 months. The building is a former memory care facility with 9 bedrooms and space for about 30 guests. The shelter aims to be more than a bed and a meal place, so they're working with each individual client to discover and learn about the challenges that cause them to become homeless.
Everyone deserves a second chance to get their lives back on track and have a fulfilling life for themselves and their families. The homeless are as equally important as everyone else.
Each client can stay for up to 90 days while they get help finding resources, work, and housing.
Police arrested a 34-year-old Madison man yesterday after he threatened people with a machete. The man had the machete with him when he entered the Goodyear Auto Service on East Washington Avenue near Highway 51 around 1:45 yesterday afternoon. He placed the knife on the counter and threatened to kill the employees. When officers responded to the call, the subject allegedly asked for police to shoot him before resisting arrest. He is being charged with resisting arrest, 4 counts of disorderly conduct while armed, and 9 counts of bail jumping. Former President Barack Obama reunited at the White House today with President Biden to mark the 12th anniversary of the Affordable Care Act.
Vice President Biden, Vice President, that was a joke.
For the first time since leaving the White House, former President Obama returned to talk about his signature health care law. President Biden issued an executive order directing federal agencies to do all they can to expand quality and affordable health care. Enrollment in the 2022 Affordable Care Act medical plans reached record highs during the pandemic.
Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson is closer to becoming the first black woman on the Supreme Court. The Senate voted last night to move Jackson's nomination to the Senate floor after a tied vote in the Judiciary Committee. 2 more Republican senators, Mitt Romney and Lisa Murkowski, joined Susan Collins as yes votes. Both senators say they don't agree with all of Judge Jackson's decisions, but they do believe she is more than qualified to serve on the Supreme Court. Utah Senator Romney called Jackson, quote, a well-qualified jurist and a person of honor.
In the prior confirmation, I was concerned that she was outside the mainstream, and as a result of our meeting for an hour together and reviewing her testimony before Congress, I became convinced that she's within the mainstream. She's also highly qualified, intelligent, a capable person, and I wish her the very best.
Alaska's Lisa Murkowski cited Jackson's judicial experience and temperament. She was also critical of how things were handled and said her decision rests on her rejection of the corrosive politicalization of the review process for Supreme Court nominees, which on both sides of the aisle, she says, is growing worse and more detached from reality.
Golf's biggest star is returning to one of the game's biggest stages. After overcoming an injury that almost ended his career, Tiger Woods will play in the Masters this week, looking for his 6th green jacket. Just 14 months after Woods severely injured his right leg in a car accident. He needed multiple surgeries just to walk again, and at times wasn't sure if he'd ever be able to return to the tour.
I can hit it just fine, and I don't have any qualms about what I can do physically from a golf standpoint. It's now walking's the hard part.
Woods played in a Pro-Am with his son Charlie in December, but has not competed in a PGA event since 2020. In Augusta, speculation grew about a comeback after he arrived on Sunday and started practicing. Woods will play another practice round tomorrow and then give it a go Thursday if he feels well enough. Whether he can regain his championship form remains to be seen, but no one is counting Tiger Woods out.
Never count Tiger out.
Yes.
Scattered, covered, and chunked with a side of shoes. Wait, what? Waffle House has a new addition to the menu, golf shoes. Scattered, covered, and chunked means scattered on the grill, covered with cheese, and tossed with chunks of ham, in case you're wondering. And now the breakfast chain has shoes. That's when the shoes go on sale Thursday, the first day of the Masters. You can see the off-white color is similar to waffle batter. There's even a waffle pattern, along with 3 dark brown stripes on the side as a nod to the legendary waffles being cooked just right. The Waffle House logo on the back.
We have got to get these for Gary Canalti. How do we get a pair of these? He's the biggest Waffle House aficionado we know.
He can tell you the location of every Waffle House in the contiguous 48 states.
He can, honestly.
And what interstate they're on.
Yeah. Oh, we got to get those shoes. All right, that's our mission.
Good luck. There's more to come at 4. It's the day of the Badger on the UW campus.
We'll find out more about this year's biggest fundraiser and how you can be a part of it when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sheesh Raval with the Ortho Team Clinic at Stoughton Health. We hope you can join us for our upcoming event on shoulder pain relief.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need, and we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Women are living longer than ever before with Kisqali when taken with an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant in postmenopausal women or in men with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
I come here to do homework because they have free Wi-Fi. They don't say anything as long as I buy something.
When there's a lot of noise, it's hard to focus, but I listen to music to try and drown it out. When the Wi-Fi cuts out, I can't finish my homework. That's why I started getting D's.
Millions of children rely on public Wi-Fi to study. U.S. Cellular is donating up to $13 million in hotspots to help youth in need, because every child deserves the same opportunity to learn.
Living with metastatic breast cancer means being relentless because every day matters. And having more of them is possible with Verzenio, the only one of its kind proven to help you live significantly longer when taken with fulvestrant, regardless of menopause status.
Verzenio plus fulvestrant is for HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer that has progressed after hormone therapy. Diarrhea is common, may be severe, or cause dehydration or infection. At the first sign, call your doctor, start an antidiarrheal, and drink fluids. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor about any fever, chills, or other signs of infection. Verzenio may cause low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infection that can lead to death. Life-threatening lung inflammation can occur. Tell your doctor about any new or worsening trouble breathing, cough, or chest pain. Serious liver problems can happen. Symptoms include fatigue, appetite loss, stomach pain, and bleeding or bruising. Blood clots that can lead to death have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, and rapid breathing or heart rate, or if you are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be.
Every day matters, and I want more of them.
Ask your doctor about everyday Verzenio.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee.
Welcome back back, everyone. The Biden administration directed Immigration and Customs Enforcement attorneys to consider dismissing deportation cases that are not arrest priorities under the agency's rules.
That's according to a recently released memo. It's the latest in a series of policy changes marking a departure from the Trump administration's aggressive enforcement measures. It's also an attempt by the Biden administration to chip away at the immigration court's backlog of more than 1 million cases. The American Immigration Lawyers Association has estimated that more than 700,000 of those cases in the backlog are likely low priority.
A new study found road rage shootings are on the rise in the U.S. in every state, up every year since 2018 and peaking last year. A gun control advocacy group found an average of 44 people a month were killed or injured in road rage shootings in 2021. That is double the average in 2019. The analysis by Everytown for Gun Safety Support Fund found 728 road rage shootings took place last year. That is the highest number in the 6 years the group has been recording such incidents, and it amounts to someone getting injured or killed every 17 hours.
Stocks ended lower as investors monitor the war in Ukraine. The Dow Industrials fell 280 points, closing at 34,641. The Nasdaq gave up 328. The S&P 500 was off 67. Well, it's the day to show your Badger pride and support. I have my Day of the Badger water bottle.
Well done. There you go. It is the 3rd annual Day of the Badger, an event for all alumni and Badger backers to help raise critical funds to support the University of Wisconsin.
A virtual fundraising event is underway right now, and for the first time, there's also a special in-person event. Kristen Olson is the Senior Marketing Coordinator for the UW Alumni Association. Kristen, welcome to Live at 4.
Hi, Kristen. Good to see you.
Hi, nice to hear you. Thank you so much.
How important is this day for the UW-Madison?
This is a huge day of giving. So it's 1,848 minutes, which actually is the year that UW was founded. So that's why we have a specific minute amount. And it is our day of giving to really celebrate and to raise funds for different funds and areas all across the UW.
Oh, that's great. And how much money have you raised so far?
So as of right now, we are just over $360,000.
Just today.
Yep, we started at 10:12 this morning.
So how does this work? Can you direct your money to a certain area?
Yeah, so we have actually over 100 different funds and areas that you can go to dayofthebadger.org to find an area that you're passionate about, and any gift that you give goes directly to that fund.
Oh, what are some of the greatest needs on campus?
So right now, our greatest needs are making sure that education is affordable for all, and definitely diversity, equity, and inclusion.
And there's a number of matching funds that are kind of fun as well.
Yes. So matching funds, we have actually over 60 opportunities for that, and matches can come in a variety of different ways. You can either do donor to donor, donor participation, or dollar to dollar. So if you visit dayofthebadger.org, you'll be able to find a ton of different matches that you can participate in.
Oh, that's great. Now, Mark is a Badger alum. My son is a Badger alum. How do you decide?
Yeah.
We love the Badgers. We love the university. How do you decide what to support?
There are so many different ones to support. So we have schools and colleges, so you can support where you have graduated from, or just other areas like the Arboretum or any diversity, equity, and inclusion fund that really is important to you and really important to your passion.
Tell us about this new live event tomorrow.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yes. Yes, so we have a live event tomorrow here at the set. It's from 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. tomorrow. And the reason we wanted to do this is because we wanted to celebrate the Day of the Badger in general, but also the ending of it, which is why we end at 5 p.m. tomorrow. So our event will end our Day of the Badger will end, but our event will continue to keep celebrating what all of the Badgers have done for the university through their participation, both on social media and also with their gifts that they've given.
Well, people love their Badgers and the alums love their schools, so
that's for
raise a lot of money, that's for sure. Kristen, thanks for being with us today.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Great to see you.
Go to the website, Day of the Badger, and donate. Donate often.
Get a water bottle.
Still coming for. Are you looking for advice from some old farts?
Are you looking at me when you said that? Well, who isn't? We'll meet a couple of old farts in Savannah, Georgia. This is such a funny story that will give you their advice on whatever topic you want.
For free.
For free. That's when Live at 4 continues.
Finding my way forward with node-positive breast cancer felt overwhelming at times. But I never just found my way. I made it. So when I finished active therapy, I kept moving forward and did everything I could to protect myself from recurrence.
Verzenio is the first treatment in over 15 years to reduce the risk of recurrence for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative, node-positive early breast cancer with a high chance of returning, as determined by your doctor when added to hormone therapy. Hormone therapy works outside the cell, while Verzenio works inside to help stop the growth of cancer cells. Diarrhea is common, may be severe, or cause dehydration or infection. At the first sign, call your doctor, start an antidiarrheal, and drink fluids. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor about any fever, chills, or other signs of infection. Verzenio may cause low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infection that can lead to death. Life-threatening lung inflammation can occur. Tell your doctor about any new or worsening trouble breathing, cough, or chest pain. Serious liver problems can happen. Symptoms include fatigue, appetite loss, stomach pain, and bleeding or bruising. Blood clots that can lead to death have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, and rapid breathing or heart rate, or if you are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be.
I'm making my way forward, my way, with Verzenio.
Ask your doctor about everyday Verzenio.
Are you overloaded with debt? 13 may be your lucky number. No interest Chapter 13 debt repayment. Protect your assets, pay your debts, get a lower payment that you can afford. I'm attorney Peter Francis Geraci. Chapter 13 repayment plans start at only $275 a month. To see if you qualify, on your phone, from your home, statewide, call now or visit us online. Hit the debt-free button. Click or call now.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of boot camp, or a petty officer from 73, and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who honorably served and their eligible family members. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
In the military, we call it dereliction of duty. Ron Johnson is supposed to serve Wisconsin. Instead, he served himself. An investigation found Ron Johnson pushed through a special tax loophole that benefited his own family's business. Then he cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since taking office. That's a dereliction of duty. Tell Ron Johnson to stop passing tax laws that benefit himself.
As a pro, Floor & Decor is my go-to to get it all. Tile, wood, stone, installation materials, tools, they've got it all. And they've got my back.
At Floor & Decor, with pro benefits and services, we've got you covered. Discover Floor & Decor today.
Well, take a look at this. Check out some of the amazing tricks these pros pull off in front of the Eiffel Tower and other iconic locations in France. Will and Tyler from Ex-Pogon made an international trip just to jump with two of France's top pogo riders, Louis and Daniel. They're flipping and jumping up and down the stairs or off the walls. Their moves look effortless.
That is really cool.
We had a pogo stick when I was a kid, but not quite like
I'm about to say, you weren't doing flips like that, were you?
I got two in a row, I was lucky.
Oh my gosh, what?
That is amazing.
That's very cool. Yeah, very cool.
I didn't know there were pro pogo masters.
I didn't either. Well, they have some kind of balance that is otherworldly, because that is amazing.
That is amazing. All right, it's time to go deep. It's National Deep Dish Pizza Day.
Deep dish pizza was invented, of course, in Chicago in 1943 by the founder of Uno's Pizzeria. It caught on, and Uno's grew into a big national chain. There's actually one on the east side of Madison, and other deep dish pizzerias sprung up around the world. I love it. Do you like deep dish? Is that your
No, not really.
Oh, I love
New
it.
York style?
Yeah, don't talk about deep dish in New York.
No, not at all.
That's a big rivalry. Yeah, I don't mind it.
There's no bad pizza.
There was an Uno's on the west side. They've been closed for quite some time.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
No, that was long before you got here.
Yes, yeah.
And now the rain's coming.
Yes, that's right. The rain is coming. It's already entering in for some areas, so we're going to have to time it out for the rest of our evening. So stay tuned, folks, because we're going to be timing that out for the rest of our evening tonight and going into tomorrow as our rain saga continues with the First One forecast after the break.
Create your perfect room for relaxing, entertaining, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get up to $6,500 off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today. Patio Enclosures.
My dad told me he's back into old hobbies, but it looks like he's picked up new habits for his type 2 diabetes, too.
Once Weekly Trulicity is proven to help lower A1C, and it can help you lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about Once Weekly Trulicity.
Save yourself money with Farmers?
That's not wrong. When you switch your home and auto policies to Farmers, you could save yourself an average of $730.
That's something.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. My team is fired up. We've discovered a new replacement gutter system that sets the standard for performance, durability, and beauty. It's called Gutter Shutter, and it's guaranteed to never clog, sag, or pull away. Gutter Shutter is the world's strongest high-performance gutter with thicker aluminum, wider gutter size, and it's available in 18 beautiful colors. Best of all, it's made 100% in the USA. Over the years, my team at Larson Home Services has installed thousands of gutter systems and premium roofs in our community. And what really sets us apart is the experience you'll have. You'll be like a member of our team throughout the entire process, and we'll always follow up to make sure your experience with us was as promised. That's the Larson experience. We can't wait to show you what Gutter Shutter can do for your home. Right now, get 75% off installation labor, free financing for 24 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your new Gutter Shutter system. Call now to set up your free estimate.
Create your perfect room for relaxing, entertaining, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get up to $6,500 off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today. Patio Enclosures.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, we're already starting to see some showers entering in parts of southern Wisconsin, mainly outside of Crawford County and Grant County as we're getting into the rest of our evening hours. Still on the dry side here in Dane County and our friends into the east, but we are going to be continuing to keep our eye on this rain as it's going to continue into our late night hours. And it's all coming in from this low, which has stretched its way from the Great Plains, now giving us plenty of moisture and precipitation into the upper Midwest. Areas further to the north are looking at some snowfall, but for us, as we're dealing with those 50s, are looking at some rainfall that's going to stick around until the later parts of tonight. Now, timing it out. So as we get into the rest of this evening, even for the 5 p.m. commute, here in Dane County, might not even see any rain just yet. But areas in from Grant County all the way up to Iowa, we could be seeing some rainfall sticking around for us until we get into around the later part of this evening. Around 8:30, that's when we'll start to see some of those showers start to make their way into Dane County and continue to stretch across southern Wisconsin as we get into tonight. So tonight is where we're going to be looking at more of that rain starting to collect itself around Wisconsin. But on top of it, we do have chances of even seeing some thunderstorms with this, especially around Dane County overnight. So it's one of those perfect nights. If you love to hear the rain as you go to sleep, well, it's going to be one of those. As we go into the overnight hours, transitioning into our morning commute, just know that that's where we're going to start to see a bit of a dry spot. So plenty of rain overnight, but as we get into 7 a.m., well, we're looking at that divide here with that dry slot right into the middle across southern Wisconsin to kick off our morning commute. But then we're looking at another wave as we get into our Wednesday afternoon, as it starts to stretch its way coming in from the west and be more widespread with more showers into southern Wisconsin. Temperatures were going to be a bit cooler for tomorrow, but we're still going to be looking at back and forth showers throughout much of tomorrow. And as we transition to our Thursday, that's when we're going to be looking at more of that rain starting to transition itself into a bit more snow. Now, as we take a look at what we're going to be expecting in terms of rainfall, now remember, we are in about a moderate drought as of right now. As drought conditions are continuing to improve, well, after this next wave over the next few days, we are definitely going to be even seeing more improvements, as we're looking at half to even 3/4 of an inch of rainfall from Dane County into the eastern parts of southern Wisconsin, which is all good news, because after we get through this rain, we are looking for some light snowflakes to start to roll its way into our early Friday as we go into the rest of this week. But as we go into the weekend, much more drier conditions for us, and the sunshine will be making its way back as well. But aside from that, next week, folks, expect some more April showers on the way as we get into a break for this weekend. Well, next week, we're looking at more of the same, but warmer temperatures, so it's a bit more of the good side of things. Seasonable temperatures and more rain ahead, but cloudy conditions are going to stick around until we get into our Saturdays. The three things we're going to need to know from this forecast for us, but on top of that, we can see just a bit more of that roller coaster. We're going to be dipping on Friday and then rising back in as we get into next week. That's right, folks. That is not a typo. We're finally seeing 60s with a little bit more consistency heading into next week. 66 degrees to kick off next week. But on top of that, we are still looking at plenty of April showers to continue to give us quite a bit of moisture that we definitely need to fight this drought that we've been dealing with since winter, since we did not get much snow at all.
I thought 38 was the typo.
Fair enough at this point. I mean, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah,
I don't even know what to say at this point. I'm so sick of 30s, but hey, at least
60s next week.
Yeah,
exactly.
And the weekend looks great.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
Plenty of sunshine finally.
Good stuff.
Julian, thank you.
Julian.
Well, when you head to a farmer's market, you're probably shopping for eggs or veggies or bread.
But at the Forsyth Farmers Market in Savannah, Georgia, there is another offering. Sam Bauman explains.
The Forsyth Farmers Market always seems to draw quite a crowd, offering anything from fresh produce to art, and now, old farts.
What advice do you need?
Handing out advice at a reasonable price.
Our advice is free, right? You get what you pay for. So, you get absolutely nothing. We don't know squat!
These old farts, better known as Kevin and Raz, have spent the past couple weekends right here.
Gracing Savannah with our wisdom.
And it would appear they have plenty of wisdom to go around.
Always go to class and sit up front. The words of wisdom are, do what you love and love what you do. If you can avoid it, don't step in it. Then you can say, I told you so. I gotta take a picture.
So what inspired them to take their advice public?
Well, I ran out of golf balls. So I got nothing else.
Well, that, and perhaps to remind us
that it's okay to make fun of yourself, and it's okay to connect with people.
Well, we love you guys. You're awesome.
All right. Thank you.
So while their advice may vary in success,
if they're out shopping by themselves, they're either one, hungry, or two, they have some money.
They are honest.
And if you have a question that we don't know an answer to, we'll just make stuff up.
And honestly, right now, we could all use a laugh.
That's true. We just want people to come out, have a good time, enjoy themselves, have a good laugh at our expense. There's enough clashing of the minds around it. This is a chance to say, hey, you're a jerk, I'm a jerk. So let's now that we've got that settled, how you doing today? Look somebody in the eye and say, how you doing?
So maybe these old farts have got it all figured out, after all.
Come on, you want to be me. Face it, you can get some of this. Come on.
That's so funny. Now, that's something we could duplicate locally.
Dennis, we'll set up a table on the farmer's market. The two old farts will take care of you. Coming up next on Live at 4, Consumer Reports helps us out with the best buys for April.
And then next hour at 5, school board and other local races happening today are becoming a focal point of party politics. Our Naomi Coles will tell us more at 5.
At Star N Bank, we think having choices is important, so you can choose the products that are right for your life. What are you waiting for? Explore the possibilities today at starnbank.com.
As of 2022, TSR Concrete Coatings has coated nearly 11 million square feet of concrete, and we've completed over 15,000 jobs. If we haven't met yet, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and here we transform your old, cracked garage floor from this to this in just one day. We don't just coat over your old concrete. We grind it down, apply our base coat and chip, and then seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. And our floors are ridiculously easy to clean. All of our coatings are covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty, and we have our own in-house team ready to answer any questions you may have before and after your install. To learn more or get your new floor, visit the website or call us at the number shown below today.
One day floor.
From working out to catching up, and of course, game night, your home is the groundwork for all of life's awesome moments. This is Tom Coyle. My family and I say thank you. We're proud to have been a part of this community for 77 years. And during our 77th anniversary event, carpet installation is just $77. Coyle Carpet One Floor and Home. Beautiful, made affordable. Locally owned and operated since 1945.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with the best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get a 100% risk-free guarantee. Call or go online.
Today's the day to go farther with a partner that provides you innovative solutions for your own personal financial future. Explore the possibilities today at starnbank.com.
Voters head to the polls for Wisconsin's spring election. Tonight at 5, the local and state elections we're keeping a close eye on for you, including Madison School Board and Milwaukee mayoral races.
And it's another rinse and repeat forecast. We have more rain showers on the way and a little more cloud coverage towards the end of the work week.
Then at 6, safety tips as Severe Weather Awareness Week continues. We'll let you know what to do if you're outdoor and facing a threatening storm. Join us tonight for News 3 Now at 6.
Give you the weather satellite a spin. This is I-70, just outside of Denver.
On the way to the mountains.
It's 57 degrees. A little greener there than here.
That's a beautiful drive, too.
Whether you're grilling those first burgers of the season or mowing the spring grass, many of us are looking forward to spending a lot more time outdoors this month.
Consumer Reports found some big discounts on top-rated products to get you ready for April. Our Leah Linscheid has more.
As the flowers bloom and temperatures warm this month, so do the sales. Consumer Reports tracks the prices of many of its top-tested products all year long, so it knows exactly when to shop for them. Here are the top products to look out for in this month's Best Time to Buy.
In April, we tend to see a proliferation of springtime deals, especially around outdoor equipment like lawnmowers, chainsaws, and leaf blowers. As people are getting ready for the warmer seasons, retailers tend to start dropping prices.
First, get your cook on with a new grill. This Dynaglow barrel-style charcoal grill is now on sale for $279 at Walmart. CR says this grill is an overall excellent performer and scored high in its tests for cooking evenness at high and low temperatures. And if you prefer gas for your grill, this mid-sized Weber Genesis is now $749 at Lowe's. Next, if you're looking to upgrade your cleaning supply, now's the time to find deals on this household staple.
We tend to see a lot of sales on vacuums in April as people start thinking about spring cleaning. You'll see discounts on handhelds, canisters, uprights, stick vacuums, and robot vacs.
The Shark Vertex Ultralight Vacuum Cleaner is now $249 at Amazon and Best Buy. CR says this ultralight is corded, but aced the tests for carpets, bare floors, and pet hair. And don't forget about keeping it sharp outside your home as well. This Ryobi battery-powered lawnmower is on sale for $516 at the Home Depot. And finally, sometimes it's good adding a little noise to tackle those big outdoor jobs. This Ego Power Plus battery-powered chainsaw is now on sale for $369 at Amazon. Have a warm and sunny April. For News 3 Now, this is Leah Lynchide.
Thank you, Leah. And if you're on the lookout for more deals, Consumer Report says several things are good buys this month.
Consumer Report says things like bike helmets, pressure washers, trimmers, and carpet cleaners are some of the things that typically see prices fall this month.
All right, still to come before Dr. Jeff Potoff joins us for his weekly visit.
We'll get the latest on vaccine recommendations and what the pandemic may look like moving forward. That's when Live at 4 continues. We'll be right back.
There's a difference in a small town where family values still hold true. Welcome to the Portage Furniture Store. Well, we ventured back to Portage and look at who we found, the two Ayers brothers, Austin and Aaron. It's good to see you guys.
Welcome back.
So how is business? How is life?
Business has been great. You know, it's been very busy, busy for both of us. A couple new kiddos in the past year. So no, but business has been doing great.
I know you really want to give a shout out to all of the people around this area that shop local, that choose to come right here to Cook Street to see the two of you.
Obviously, first and foremost, we're so appreciative of our customers, and there's just been such a strong sentiment to shop local, shop small, support family business. And I guess with the inventory, we've been very blessed. We've got a packed showroom, trucks coming in every week. We've really, we're running out of places to put everything. We're in good shape.
I feel like there's such a difference in the customer's mood when they walk in. They don't have that anxious feeling of, oh gosh, here comes the salesperson coming over to talk to me. Why is that so different here?
We put a major emphasis on no pressure shopping. Our salespeople, they're fantastic. They're gonna be there when you need them, but they're gonna let you, try everything out, and they're gonna leave you alone, let you relax.
So all these years later, the big question is, there's still the Portage Furniture free delivery?
Yep, absolutely. Still the free delivery. Gonna bring it right into your home, set it up, make it perfect for you. They'll even cook you dinner or sing a song for you if you need. They're just fantastic.
That's that small, local, family feel business mentality. You can't replicate it, right?
We're the Ayers family.
From the Portage Furniture Store, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
It is said that the eyes are the windows into the soul, which begs the question, can a window have a soul? At Renewal by Anderson, we think so. When it's a window forged from Fibrex and over 100 years of refined craftsmanship, the essence of who we are transforms into a superior, stunningly beautiful window. So yes, a window can have a soul. For a limited time, take advantage of this great offer. Find out why we are the better way to a better window. Renewal by Anderson.
In the military, we call it dereliction of duty. Ron Johnson is supposed to serve Wisconsin. Instead, he served himself. An investigation found Ron Johnson pushed through a special tax loophole that benefited his own family's business. Then he cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since taking office. That's a dereliction of duty. Tell Ron Johnson to stop passing tax laws that benefit himself.
And with a quick little traffic update, as we can see along the Beltline, we're looking at some real slow spots as we're getting into the rest of our evening hours. So if you are in a hurry, you might want to take some residential roads, because even for Fish Hatch, we're looking at some slow spots as well in terms of our traffic. Red in even yellow for east and westbound along the Beltline as of right now. So again, if you need to get to somewhere quickly, you might want to take a different alternative route. That's going to do it for our traffic update. Back to you guys.
All right, Julian, thank you. As Omicron wanes, people are wondering, what is the state of the pandemic?
FDA advisors will meet tomorrow to hash out what the future of COVID boosters will look like this fall.
Today, CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky said you don't need a second booster if you've been recently infected with COVID. UW Health's Chief Quality Officer, Dr. Jeff Potoff, is back with us for his Tuesday visit. Welcome back.
Hi, Dr. Potoff. Good to see you
guys.
We don't know how long the immunity lasts if you had the Omicron.
Right, there's a few things with COVID natural immunity that we don't know. So one, it's a bit variable on who's going to develop a robust immune response and who may not. And there's really no way to know that. And then immunity can be somewhat variable as far as duration. 2-3 months for sure, that's probably safe to assume. After that, it could wane. So it's not as reliable as, say, vaccine-induced immunity, where we've got good data on, how well do you do, how long does it last, what does it protect against. It's a little bit more uncertain.
There's a little bit of ambivalence and some questions remaining around the second booster. I was just having this debate with my very own parents, trying to decide, should we get it? When should we get it? Help us clarify who needs a second booster and why you should get it. Make the case for it.
Yeah, I think there is more nuance around this time. Now, the easy answer is if you're over 50, the risk of it is tiny. The benefit is probably anywhere from, really good for those 65 and older to, maybe okay for 50 to 65. I think that the way that I always look at it is there's good data from Israel that says if you're over the age of 65 and you get boosted, if you come in contact with Omicron, your chance of severe disease much lower. We don't have a lot of good data between 50 and 65. Probably closer to 65, it makes sense. Closer to 50, that initial booster that you got, maybe that protects you adequately against severe disease. But now let's say maybe I'm, obese and I have COPD and I can't breathe very good at baseline and I'm 55. Well, now maybe I get that booster because if I were to get Omicron, my chance of doing worse is higher. So I think between the age 50 and 65, never a bad idea to get the booster. If you're wondering about it, talk to your doctor about it, about what are my risks, what should I do. For those of us younger than 50, the current data with that single booster would suggest that we might get symptoms if we come in contact with Omicron, but we're probably not going to get really sick.
So this 66-year-old guy got his shot on Saturday, and I'm sitting there going, am I going to have to do this every 4 months?
I think eventually no. I think right now we have, it feels good in the U.S. We're not seeing a lot of COVID cases. It feels like this is kind of over. Other parts of the world, there's still a lot of COVID. There's still a lot of the world that's not vaccinated. We're still seeing these variants creep up. And that's one of the drivers for these more frequent vaccination schedules is we're seeing these variants come at a little bit faster clip than we typically would. Fast forward to an endemic state where we're not seeing these variants develop quite as quickly. We all have some baseline immunity because either we got COVID or we've been vaccinated against it. I think you see that frequency of boosters drop down. Maybe it's like the flu where it's once a year, but I don't see a forever of every 4 months we got to go get a shot.
The COVID restrictions here are pretty much over. Everybody is essentially moving forward like it's done. We're, our COVID fatigue has set in.
What happened the last 2 years?
Right, exactly. We've just kind of, are we in a false sense of...
I don't know if it's false sense. I think right now things do look pretty good. We're not seeing a lot of new cases, or at least not an escalation of cases. Hospitalizations are low. I think, it's not to say that we couldn't have something happen that makes us have to go back a little bit. Nothing on the horizon that tells me that's what we have to do, but there may be instances where we do need to grab our masks. The best thing we can do to prevent that scenario, though, is to make sure that you're vaccinated and at least have that first booster dose. Because then if there is a variant, we might have some symptoms, but we're not going to get so sick that we fill up hospitals. It's not going to create a big stress on society.
Do you think it's safe to travel to Europe and other places this summer, other parts of the world that aren't being as successful with this as we are?
I would look at case levels, and then if you are going to travel to those areas that have high cases, you're going to want to take some protections. You're going to make sure you're vaccinated. You want to take your mask along. Maybe you get tested when you come back, but I don't think I'd completely cross off travel to some of those places.
One day at a time.
One day.
Yeah.
All right, doctor, see you next week.
Sounds
good to see you. Thank you so much.
A final check of your forecast coming up.
Everyone deserves stylish and quality furniture. So I'm calling all Bobs to help get the word out. Like this Bob, me. Bob's has the everyday values you deserve. Like my complete Tremont bedroom set, my Blake dining set, and my Bobapedic Prize Queen mattress.
Bob's. What are you recommending for muscle pain?
Based on clinical data, I recommend Salon Pass.
Agreed. My patients like these patches because they work up to 12 hours, even on moderate pain.
Salon Pass. It's good medicine.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. My team is fired up. We've discovered a new replacement gutter system that sets the standard for performance, durability, and beauty. It's called Gutter Shutter, and it's guaranteed to never clog, sag, or pull away. It's 100% made in the USA. We'll show you why Gutter Shutter means you can stay off the ladder forever. Right now, get 75% off installation labor, free financing for 24 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your new Gutter Shutter system. Call now to set up your free estimate.
Inflation has surged to a 40-year high. Democrats declared war on fossil fuels, so gasoline prices are at record levels. President Obama's chief economist says inflation is costing your family $4,000 a year. Why? Because Democrats are printing trillions of dollars to pay for their massive deficit spending. Inflation is the Democrats' tax on the middle class. I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message because I'm concerned about rising prices just like you.
Feast your eyes on one of my best-selling dining sets. Rustic style meets incredible value in my 7-piece Montana dining set. Available in dining height or counter height. Thanks to Bob's Discount, it's only $9.99 either way. Shop what's in stock, in-store, or at mybobs.com.
It's spring election day in Wisconsin. At 5, the key races we'll be watching and how voter turnout is looking at the polls. Also, the second suspect arrested in last week's downtown Madison homicide, formally charged. Find out what he's facing tonight at 5.
When severe weather strikes, are you prepared? All this week, the First Warn Weather teams, we show you how to prepare for severe storms and tornadoes. Watch First Warn Weather for Severe Weather Awareness Week. Are you prepared?
All this week at 6, only on News 3 Now.
And we are tracking some showers that are rolling into the western side of southern Wisconsin at this hour. But meteorologist Dana Fulton is going to be timing out when else you're going to be expecting the rain in just a few minutes coming up at 5.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC. How do you use your energy? Fueling your drive to deliver hope for neighbors in need? At Alliant Energy, we're creating more clean, renewable energy every single day to power what matters to you. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
As of 2022, TSR Concrete Coatings has coated nearly 11 million square feet of concrete, and we've completed over 15,000 jobs. If we haven't met yet, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and here we transform your old, cracked garage floor from this to this in just one day. We don't just coat over your old concrete. We grind it down, apply our base coat and chip, and then seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. And our floors are ridiculously easy to clean. All of our coatings are covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty, and we have our own in-house team ready to answer any questions you may have before and after your install. To learn more or get your new floor, visit the website or call us at the number shown below today. One day floor.
My dad told me he's back into old hobbies, but it looks like he's picked up new habits for his type 2 diabetes too.
Once weekly Trulicity is proven to help lower A1C, and it can help you lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about once weekly Trulicity.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
In today's Final Touch, we would like you to meet Alda.
She's dubbed the world's first ultra-realistic humanoid robot artist.
Oh no, not another robot.
Alda was built in 2019, and the robot now features an upgraded robotic arm, which allows it to use a normal color palette and paintbrush to create portraits. Her eyes, which house camera lenses, take a photo of the suspect, which is then stored by the robot and used as a reference for painting. Alda is mostly drops paint onto a sheet of paper. It's not yet able to fully blend colors together, but the results are still pretty realistic. Using artificial intelligence, the robot makes decisions on its own. So no two portraits are the same. Alda says she sells her work. 19 portraits made by the robot generated more than $1 million.
Fascinating and frightening.
She looks friendly. Yeah. Her eyes are cameras. That's our time for now. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.